Hi folks, Michigan Mike here, and today we're going to make Yumasetta, or Yumasetta, some people call it. My mom always called it Yumasetta, and my mom was German, and she got that dish, this dish from an Amish lady years ago, and she thought it was safe, and she gave it to my grandma, the recipe, and they always made it. So it's pantry items. So this is like a pantry. Brown sugar, egg noodles, hamburger, and I think that's all I need for the pantry items, but it is mainly pantry items. I'm going to use onion powder, garlic salt, a can of cream of chicken, and a can of tomato paste, or tomato sweetened condensed milk soup. Sorry, it's tomato condensed soup. You can use tomato sauce, about this size can. Let me get my glasses on, I'll tell you real quick what size it is. This is 10.7, 10 and 3/4 can. So, and this is 10 and a half cream of chicken. And it's great for cooking. Great for cooking. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is open up my burger. And what I do with this, instead of heating it on the stove, I'll heat it, let me get the camera down here. I'll heat it right in the jar in the microwave. Oh, it's a good pressure seal on there. I know people are probably saying, don't use a spoon, use an opener. It works. Always smell. See, it smells really good. Okay, so I'm going to go throw this in the microwave and get this all heated up, and we'll be back. What we want to do, hang on, I'll be right back. To rewash this pan, I found something right on the side and I didn't like it. But this is an old cast iron. It was a non-stick coated until one of the kids got a hold of it and started using a scratchy on it. But it still works. I'm going to spray this pan. You should spray like if you're using a glass casserole dish or something like that. If you're making it for a large, like if you double it or something, and you want to make it for like a reunion or a big dinner or something. It's even good for a funeral dish. Alright, so I hope I sprayed that one side. Let's just make sure. Okay, so you want to spray it really well. Sorry if it went in your face. And then we'll move this off to the side. So we got that all sprayed. My burger is right here, and it's all heated. Let's check it. Yep, I heated it up in the microwave. Perfect. It smells really good. I'm going to use oil and all in here because I don't want to take away the flavor. So we got to keep it simple, stupid. So I'll be right back. Let's get my tomato soup open. So now we're going to put the ground beef in. This is a really easy meal. My mom, it's like in a hurry meal. It's like if they found out that, my mom likes to go to church. If she found out, oh boy, we got to get, to church, they're having a big dinner and I'm supposed to bring something. Usually she makes Dita's beans because everybody loved it, but she'd make this up because it's been in the family for years. So I'm going to take and add the tomato soup, and it's good to the last drop, so waste not, what not. Okay. Now I want to chop you some onions. You can use a half an onion or a whole for double batch. We like onions here, so I'm just going to add some onions, and it will bake in the oven. I think a little bit more. We want it oniony. Alright, and then add your onion powder. I forgot, I made this onion powder, ground it up, and refilled this. So I dehydrated all my onions, so it's actually a pantry item. Same with my garlic. But I just keep, I got them in bulk, but I just keep them in these old containers that I used to get out like last winter when the kids were here, and I told them just use them, and they used them. So you want probably tablespoon onion powder. If you can, get a tablespoon of garlic powder or garlic salt. We like the garlic salt with the parsley flakes on it. And some black pepper. And we want probably a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And we're going to mix this up. Mix it all up really good. No need to cook this because you already got your burger cooked. I'll put a link up there or something. Maybe it's over here. I'll put a link up where I canned up my burger. And maybe if I got enough room, I'll put a link up where I sealed up my noodles, my egg noodles. So that egg noodles, you need about 12 ounces, a couple handfuls will be good. Alright, so we got that. Make sure you layer it in really good. We're going to layer this like a lasagna. So, just get it nice and even. And make sure, it's important that you spray that pan. Alright. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is mix it back up and put my brown sugar in there. You don't have to, but you have to have brown sugar. That's part of the dish. And this is my brown sugar that I made, so I'm going to do 3 heaping tablespoons of this. You can do 3 or 4. I do a little bit more. And that's my brown sugar I made. I know, big deal, right? And if I got enough room, I'll have a link to that. Everybody knows how to do that. Alright. So now I'm remix this up, and you can use a whisk if you wish. I've got a whisk over there, and just grab the first thing I had. So get that brown sugar all mixed up. I should have did that in the first place. So I got my water going for my egg noodles. I want, like I said, I want 12 ounces. Okay, I think I'm going to use a spoon to spread that out because it works better. I want 12 to 14 ounces of noodles. So I think about 3 big, well, my hands are big, so 3 big handfuls will do. Okay, and that smells really good. Okay, so we added that, we added the onion powder, we added the garlic powder, we added the pepper. We want just a little bit of salt down in here, and it don't matter if I mix that in or not. So we got salt, and then I wanted to, I'll be right back. I gotta go get something out of the kitchen. Germans and Amish people would make their own cheese and layer it. So I'm just gonna use Velveeta. You can use shredded, whatever you wish. American cheese is probably the best, but the Amish use their own cheese. I love this little wire thing. It cuts any kind of cheese beautifully. It even works for cranberry sauce, the gelled, if you buy the gelled cranberry sauce. So I'm going to get this cheese cut up, and I'll be right back. Our pan back that's been sprayed, and the ground beef's in there and all that good stuff that we added. I'll try to read the recipe at the ending. And then I'm going to layer this. You can use sliced cheese, like I said, and you'll probably need about 10. But I just got plenty of those, so. If you don't want that much cheese in there, don't add that much. Just add the amount you want. My mom would douse it with cheese. She was just cheese fanatic. Of course, she loved making Italian dishes too. Let's see, we got one more. Can we put it in there? There. There. Just crumble that in there, that's fine. I got some crumbles here, I'll pour in there. Whoops. Might as well. Okay, so we got our cheese in there. Let me get rid of this stuff, these canned stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to add my noodles that I've got canned up that was in the pantry. Find my other spoon here. I must use both of them. Okay, so that was sealed on there. And I'll try to put up a link to this noodles, how I did that. Or you can scroll down through my videos and see it. So I'm just going to, as the water's boiling, I'm going to add probably almost half of this jar. This is why you should use, well, this is a wide mouth. A little bit more. You want 12 ounces about. That should be good right there. I'll add a little bit more just to say I did. Okay. Get that out of the way. But this lid that I took off keeps popping. It's like pop, pop, pop. It wants me to seal it back up. Okay, so we're going to boil these. Boil your noodles for about 4 minutes. Don't go any more because they're going to cook in the oven. Now is the time to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And we'll come back and I'll show you what I'm going to do after the noodles are done. Okay, noodles are done. So that was 4 minutes. You can do 4 or 5, but just when the noodles get like loose, you know what I mean? Almost bendable. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to drain these out and put them right in a bowl. You can do it in the same pan. Well, no, you can't because you have to drain them. If you drain them with a strainer, you can do this right in the same pan. Or you can set a strainer right in your boiling water and make it a lot easier. I do like to keep things simple, stupid. I just forgot to put the strainer in it. That's fine. We'll get it. I don't rinse these noodles at all. You want a little bit of that starch on there, if there is any. Let's see if there's any more. Okay, we got just a little bit more in here, I see. There we go. So it's a small bag, you know, noodles. Alright, now what we're going to do is put this out to the side, and then we're going to get our cream of mushroom soup, and we're going to put this in here, the whole can, and good to the last drop, Maxwell House, you know what I mean? Waste not, what not. I do have tomato soup that I made, and it's canned up there, but I want to save it. I'm just like, you know, it hasn't even been, when I canned it, I think I canned it maybe about 2 years ago, if that. But you never know when there's an emergency coming up. So I thought, well, I got these in the pantry, why not use them? So we're going to mix this up fully. You want to mix this up fully. And you don't have to do this next step. My ma did, because she liked cheese. But I'll show you here in a minute. We got that well incorporated. About every noodle's covered. Now she likes to add, oh gosh, Parmesan cheese. I'm just going to add mozzarella cheese because I have this on hand. Now this is not necessary, guys. You don't, you know, a lot of people say, well, that's just way too much cheese. If you don't have it on hand, don't add your cheese. You know, if you want to add stink cheese, which is Parmesan cheese, the stuff you just shake on like spaghetti sauce stuff, if you want to just do that, do that. We call it, the kids call it stink cheese, so I apologize. They said it don't smell very good. They always say that, but they love it. They all use it. They use that in all my hot sauce. I have to buy the hot sauce in the big bulk at Walmart because they're just fanatics for that. Okay, so we'll move this out to the side, and well, I thought I could. if it'll stay. Alright. Now, and I used the same spatula that I had for the tomato soup, because, and all I did was wipe it off with a paper towel, so why dirty up another dish? Alright, so here's our dish vac, our beef and stuff. So we're gonna pour this on the top. Quick, easy meal. I mean, it reminds me kind of a hamburger helper, you know. And us kids, when I first had it, I didn't like it. And I was young. I was probably 6 or 7 years old. And I'm like, ooh. But then you start to get immune to stuff, especially when you get older. You're like, wow, now I love Brussels sprouts. And I couldn't eat it before. And that's what I like. I like Brussels sprouts, spinach. I've always liked spinach though. So just layer this out. And, you know, like a layer, like you would a lasagna. We're about finished, guys. And when I'm going to top this again with a little bit more cheese. And I'm only doing that because the kids love cheese on it. I'll probably have a little bit. My plates are always big. A little bit more right there. There we go. You don't have to mix this. Don't mix it. Just leave it in layers. Okay, we're going to go put this in a 350 degrees. And I think we'll probably bake it for, we'll do 35 to 45 minutes. Just keep checking it. Okay, I'm going to actually put a lid on this. And I'll get my casserole lid here. And that'll be all ready. Quick, simple dinner. And you can make a side of green beans or whatever. If you want to put green beans in this and layer it in there, that's really good too. Okay? Be back when it's done. My mom used to make this a day or two before, and she'd put it in the freezer or refrigerator, and she'd cover it tightly with, you know, whatever seal she used. She had a bacon pan that had the lid for it, so she'd put it in the refrigerator or freezer just until it was time. And if you do freeze it, make sure you unthaw it, you know, really good. You probably have to unthaw it an hour or so, unless you use a microwave thawer. And then, so you can like make this early, put it in your refrigerator, and then cook it, and then bring it to wherever you need to do, wherever you need to go. Sorry about this pan, it's old. I've had it for a long time. And did you see the prices of pans now? Like these La France and all that. Whew, expensive. So I use this. It's old, but you know, it works. And you can actually take this Dutch oven and slip it in the refrigerator and wait until it's time to put it in the oven. So take it out maybe a half an hour before or an hour before. If it's in the summer, take it out half an hour before. If it's in the winter, take it out an hour before and then throw in the oven. Or you can just do it right away like I'm doing. I've had people on Facebook and all over, they send me messages and ask me, what's always in your black jug there? This? It's not liquor. I don't drink liquor. Maybe once in a while on New Year's. But I don't drink liquor because of what happened in the accident. But anyways, this is iced tea. I have iced tea every morning. I'll fill it up with ice, and then I'll fill it all the way up with tea, and it lasts me all day until the next day. And I'll still have ice in there. So I'll pour it out in the sink, just this top part. I'll unscrew it, take it out, pour it in the sink, and shake it until all the liquid's out, and get me fresh tea. You know, I still have ice in there. I'll top it off with ice and fill it back up. I'm just an iced tea drinker, and I'm a diabetic, so if that makes sense. Preheating. Yumasetta in the oven. It's in the oven. 35 minutes. We'll check it. We'll be back. Okay, time to get our Yumasetta out of the oven. Or check it. Either one. We'll pull it out and check it and see if it's done. Oh, look at that. Oh my word. That looks really good. I'm going to leave the lid on for a little bit and give it about 5 minutes. And then we'll plate it up and I'll have it with biscuits. Biscuits are in the oven. Hard to see because I don't have a light in this oven, but they're in there. Okay, we're going to scoop some of this up, and thank God I sprayed the pan because it is not sticking. Oh, that looks, and it smells really good, you guys. Oh my gosh. Some of that cheese doesn't melt, but throw it in the microwave. It'll be perfect. All right, there it is. When you bake it for about 40 minutes, and then that way all the cheese is melted. But it's not going to take much in the. I want some more of this burger on there. Oh, yum. That's just me. Okay. Let me throw it in the microwave, and we'll be eating.